What's up, guys? This is a bit of a late night review. It's kind of out there, like randomly, because I just got done gaming with some friends. I'm gonna come out with a video about that soon. Ooh, that is not. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I just got done gaming with some friends. And I wanted to just go ahead and do this review on my MK Deception Sub-Zero custom action figure. As you or everybody knows that I am a super duper big Broly fan. That I've made so many Broly customs, but little do some people know that I'm also a very, very big Sub-Zero fan for Mortal Kombat. I'm trying to get him into a neutral pose real quick, if you don't mind. Jeez Louise, his hands are hard to get out. I'm a huge fan of MK. I have played Mortal Kombat since 2006. I've been a big fan of the lore. I've been a big fan of, well, Midway's lore. I'm not so much of a big fan of the NRS lore, but I'm a big fan of the Midway lore. I'll say that. And to clarify, this is the Midway era Sub-Zero. This is technically his last final design in Mortal Kombat's Midway era, before going into the like full-on ninja route for him. Well, he is a ninja, but in some aspects he's considered not a ninja. He's more of an assassin. But besides that, I'll just explain. I made this guy. I love this design of Sub-Zero. It's always been my favorite. During those games, I would always specifically play this version of Sub-Zero with this outfit on in Deception and Armageddon. Sadly, I didn't get this outfit in MK11 because I guess you just can't get it anymore, which is dumb. But it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, this guy was really simple, but sort of hard to do. So the only hard thing was this piece here. And I'm actually going to go back in and I'm going to do some tweaking to it. I'm going to cut this part here and I'm going to bring it lower so that way this just goes around as a belt because it's so high up on the chest and stuff like that. Sculpting the bands was easy, and then getting this in, the shoulders into the arm and gluing it in without breaking it was also another hard part to do because I didn't want to go and destroy, like, I didn't want to break the peg that goes into the bicep. I didn't want to break this here, the hinge. So we went with that. And it was also the boots. Now, I'll talk about the boots now. The boots I used are a Gogeta Dragon Ball SHF Dragon Ball Super Gogeta figure. I had extra spare boots lying around and I'm not using them, so I was like, I'll just go ahead and I'll take off. I put some dowels into his legs. I used some moldable plastic and I put it in there and I glued it together, or drilled a hole, put it together, glued it, sculpted around the boot so that way they kind of stick together, and I gave this little like boot flap section, and then the rest of it I just left the boots alone. I left the feet alone and I just painted this black, the pants black. I put a little gunmetal, like just a little bit of a spittle splatter everywhere here and there. Same with this here. I did have to cut these down because these were super big, and then like I said, I sculpted this here on here. It's not that great. I've repainted the face because MK Deception Sub-Zero is like full-on white. Like he has just pale white as snow skin, which makes sense for his character. And then I took the blade from the MK Deception Sub-Zero. It's blue in person, but I'm thinking of coloring it or painting it like a frost color. I also have this little Frost Blast piece that I got from like a Lightning Collection thingy that I'm probably gonna paint up with a little frost, stuff like that. But yeah, I did show he does come with the chop hands here. He just comes with some grabbing hands. There's one on there, and then 2 fist hands. And I do have this hand here that I just kind of grab just because. But aside from that, the hands do swivel. He does retain his double bicep joints and stuff like that. And the butterfly joints are still functional with this guy, which is good. His legs can still go out and do a splits, as you can see. Double jointed legs. And he also has like since like it's a ball joint for that, he has toe hinge and the you know what. So he did get lucky with more articulation at the feet. Which is not as well. I mean, I think it's good enough for what it needs to do. Now, the torso is where I struggled at, and he can barely move. And that's the only thing that sucks. It looks so good, but he can't move. And that's the sad part about this figure. So that I am going to actually go back. Like I said, I'm going to cut this here as best as I can. Then we're going to glue it all back together and then pray that my sculpting skills are up to par to sculpt the rest of this. But yeah, now I'm gonna get into some size comparisons. I'm gonna review this guy tomorrow, my Jin Kazama custom action figure. This head I 3D printed, I got from Kohl's 3D, so he stands much taller. Then here he is next to my Storm Collectibles Reptile. I just get him standing up. Reptile is taller, and that is going out. Stay down, please. Stay down. Here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, who is also taller than. And to do a little sneak peek of another custom that I'm currently working on, it is Sub-Zero, as I will say. And you might have seen the head that I'm using, which that head is going to be used for this guy. You cannot see him. This guy. I'm making another Sub-Zero because this is going to be, this is supposed to be Grandmaster Sub-Zero, and this is supposed to be Kuai Liang before he earns that title, and this is his brother Bihan, aka the first Sub-Zero that I'm making currently. So I'm gonna finish this, and then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna make Noob Saibot, and you guys will see how I do these takes. So let me know what you guys think about this Sub-Zero, and I can't wait to explain the process on what I did with him. But that aside, here is Spider-Man. Again, Spider-Man next to Ryu and Sub-Zero. Next, I'm gonna do one more, and it's gonna be Chun-Li, who is shorter than him, which works. And I know I said I was gonna do one more, but this is my one more now. Here he is next to a Game Dimensions Kazuya and a SHF Jin. I think it's pretty good. So, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys like this Sub-Zero custom. I am gonna come back and just redo it, like I said. But yeah, you know, I had fun making this guy, and I'm actually kind of happy that I know my mistake that I did with this guy, so I'm gonna go back and fix it. And yeah, man, if you do want a Sub-Zero head or an MK Ninja head, I am going to make a post, and I will explain the prices for the Sub-Zero, or for the whole set or the individual head. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good night.